Graduates, guests, colleagues, I declare the ceremony open. May all be seated. As Pro-Vice-Chancellor, it's my pleasure to welcome you to this graduation ceremony for Nottingham Law School. Today's event is being live streamed, so welcome also to family and friends watching from around the world. Our graduations this year are very special. They're the first ever to be held in this, our very own University Hall. The hall was built in 1854, and it was severely bomb damaged in 1941. Extensive repairs were necessary, and in 1972, the building was granted listed status. 2 years ago, it was taken over by the university, and since then, a program of restoration has been carried out by our estates team to give this gracious old building a new purpose. I hope that you will treasure the memories of today as much as we do. This fine venue is now part of your individual stories just as much as part of the collective history of Nottingham Trent University. Graduation is a memorable event in anybody's life. It marks the end of a journey of academic endeavour. It signifies the successful conclusion of one stage and the beginning of the next. These ceremonies are the highlight of the academic year for us. They're a time when we celebrate and share in the success of our students. And I'd like to personally extend my congratulations to you on your achievements. However, no one makes an academic journey on their own. I ask you, therefore, to pause for a moment and remember those who've supported you along the way, families and friends and your tutors. Graduates, please join me in a round of applause to thank all of those, whether sitting below you or watching from across the world, to thank them for all their efforts and support. Graduation ceremonies are also an opportunity to celebrate the successes of the university over the last year. 2018 is a significant year for Nottingham Trent University, a year of remarkable achievements during the 12 months when we reach our 175th anniversary. Our recent successes are grounded in 175 years of tradition, starting with the Nottingham Government School of Design, our founding college. Opened in 1843, the focus then to support the development of skills and innovations to drive economic prosperity continues to characterize NTU today. The accolades we have received this year recognize our excellence in learning and teaching, linked to our ambition to transform the lives of our 30,000 students. Firstly, Nottingham Trent University is the Times Higher Education University of the Year, the most prestigious accolade in UK higher education. We're also proud to be the Times Sunday Times Guide Modern University of the Year. The active way we engage with our employers and thus enhance the employability of our graduates underpin this award. NTU was also awarded the gold standard in the National Teaching Excellence Framework, sponsored by the government. Here the commentary reads, and I quote, "Based on the evidence available, the panel judged that Nottingham Trent University delivers consistently outstanding teaching, learning, and outcomes for its students. It is of the highest quality found in the UK." Now, I know also that prospective students often look at newspaper league tables, and I've already mentioned our achievements in the Times and the Sunday Times. However, the latest ranking, published in The Guardian, and probably gives the best representation of the current standing of UK universities, we have risen to 16th amongst the more than 100 universities listed. Of course, the achievements of the university overall are built upon the exceptional education provided to our students in each of our academic schools. And I'd like to share with you briefly a few highlights from within Nottingham Law School. With over 2,500 students, Nottingham Law School is one of the largest law schools in the UK, indeed one of the largest in Europe. It is also a multi-award winning school. As well as being a previous legal education provider of the year, Recent awards include the Attorney General's Access to Justice Foundation Award, the Law Works Award, and the Nottinghamshire Law Society's Contribution to the Community Award. The school's Legal Advice Centre, a fully regulated teaching law firm which provides students with the opportunity to work as part of their studies, has signed up to the Law Society's Pro Bono Charter. In so doing, Nottingham Law School has become the first university-based signatory, whilst reaffirming its commitment to improving access to justice for individuals and organisations across our region. Over the last 2 years, the Legal Advice Centre has supported local residents to claim over £1 million in compensation and recovered benefits. Furthermore, the Advice Centre's Specialist Business and Enterprise Service has operated for a year now and has already assisted more than 40 local businesses. So guests, students and colleagues, please join me in a round of applause to celebrate all the achievements that we've had in the last year. I now invite the Dean of the Nottingham Law School, Professor Janine Griffiths-Baker, to read the names of today's graduands, and the Senior Pro-Vice Chancellor will admit you to your degrees.
I now invite the stewards to bring forward the graduands. Senior Pro-Vice Chancellor, the following have qualified for awards from Nottingham Law School. Master of Laws degree in Corporate and Insolvency Law. The recipient of the Nottingham Law School Prize for the Best LLM Student Overall, Mark Emery. Benjamin Parsons. Victoria Bentley. Master of Laws degree in Employment Law, Yvonne Rahman. Master of Laws degree in General Law, Shureshta Mehta. Alia Ranjar. Master of Laws degree in Health Law and Ethics, Antonia Aldegbola. Holly Humphreys. Claire Jones. Master of Laws degree in Human Rights and Justice, Claudia Ejiman Yaboa. Namar Omar Al-Shadi. The recipient of the Nottingham Law School Prize for Best LLM Dissertation, Iris Dollinger. Gary Duke. Bunny Edward. Larissa Songi. Rosemary Temovsky. Raj Crossley. Mariam Din. Master of Laws degree in Intellectual Property Law. Ekaterina Apostolopoulou. Master of Laws degree in International Trade and Commercial Law. Catalina Rude Martinez. Karim Abdahab. Jorge Caballero Lopez. Simone Danielle James. Ahmed Khalifa. Juliette Machar Kadele-Oué. Mohamed Noor Eldin. Ditipom Pram Obala. Ariana Tosse. Master of Laws degree in Legal Practice, Lucy Fisher. Simran Kaur. Tina O'Day. Priscilla Rampasad. Lex Ereba. Milovan Veshnik. Master of Laws degree in Oil, Gas and Mining Law, Thomas Dumba. Hafshat Youssef. Master of Laws degree in Sports Law, Robert Dingley. Joe Doyle Ward. Shanice Dunk. John Edmonds. Emily Fletcher. Elliot Hagan. Parashevki Iannu. Mayor Makana. Michael O'Connor. Johnny Precious Ogba. Estratios Pantalis. Senior Pro Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of awards from Nottingham Law School and concludes the presentation of awards to students at this ceremony. In absentia, Senior Pro Vice-Chancellor, I invite you to confer degrees on those students who have not been presented to you in person, but who have indicated that they wish their awards to be conferred in their absence. I certify that these students are worthy of their degrees, and I stand as proxy. Mark Emery, who earlier received a Master of Laws, Corporate and Insolvency Law degree, will now propose the student vote of thanks.
Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow graduates, I'm honoured to give the vote of thanks today from myself and on behalf of my fellow students. By way of a small introduction, I'm from and currently live in the Isle of Man, which is a small island in between England, Scotland and Ireland. To be honest, as a teenager, I had a rather sheltered perspective of life, and it was a massive step for me to come to England and to go to university. Originally, I studied my undergraduate degree in law at the University of Leicester, before taking my legal practice course full-time here at Nottingham Trent University. I then went back home to the Isle of Man and qualified as an advocate working at Appleby. And after qualification as a Manx advocate, I decided I wished to further my studies, and I came back to Nottingham Trent University as a long-distance, part-time student studying a master's degree in corporate and insolvency law. I think it's fair to say my experience as a long-distance student has been very different to when I was a full-time student here. And instead of purely focusing my studies on university life and occasional night out, I had to juggle my work in the daytime with watching lectures and submitting essays at nights and weekends. This wasn't the easiest thing to do, and I can recall in August of last year, when I was finalising my dissertation, I was juggling this with preparation for a large court trial, buying a house, and getting married. I should say to my wife that this list is in no particular order of importance. I would say that university life here at Nottingham, when I was undertaking my LPC, instilled two important characteristics, which have been of great assistance in my career as a Manx advocate and in later life. These are resilience and hard work. All of you here today will relate to the demands of university life and having to spend endless amounts of time in the library at unsociable hours. Furthermore, most of us here today all had tough times while studying, and there will not be many of us here who haven't had a setback in a marked essay, said something embarrassing in a lecture, or had to deal with personal issues whilst trying to keep your head in your books. The key, though, is keeping your head down, working hard, and if there is any setback, dusting yourself off, bouncing straight back, and using that to spur you on even stronger. On behalf of the students here today, I'd like to thank the university, all of the teaching staff and the tutors, together with our friends, partners, and our families, without whose support we would simply not be here today. We owe you a debt of gratitude, and this is a day for you as it is as much for us. To the students, I would say that you should take time to reflect on your incredible achievement today, and that you should be incredibly optimistic for the future. Whilst this is the end of a chapter, it is not the whole story, and as a result of your studies and the support of Nottingham Trent University, there are endless opportunities open to you all, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavours. To finish, I don't think I could leave here today without sharing words I have hung up on my office notice board and look out when I'm struggling for inspiration. Of all people, it's from the MMA fighter Conor McGregor. But surprisingly, he has eloquently summarised the importance of hard work, perseverance, and resilience when he said the following: "There is no talent here. This is hard work. This is an obsession. Talent does not exist. We are all equal as human beings. You could be anyone if you put the time in. You will reach the top, and that is that. I am not talented. I am obsessed." Thank you.
Thank you very much for those very kind and inspirational words. Graduates, doesn't that sound good? Graduates of 2018. Let me add my congratulations to those of the Pro-Vice-Chancellor and wish you every success for all your futures. My colleagues and I came into university life for moments like these, when we celebrate the success of another group of young, and in some cases not so young people, who are about to go out and make the world a better place. At the start of the ceremony, you heard some of the accolades that have been received by NTU in the last 12 months alone. My promise to you is that we will continue to work hard to make sure that you will always be as proud of us as we are of all of you today. We hope that as you take the next steps in your careers, you will become our greatest ambassadors. Remember that, although you've now graduated, all of you remain part of our NTU global family. You are now part of a worldwide community of over 200,000 Nottingham Trent University alumni. You can continue to enjoy a wealth of support, including expert advice on your next steps and future plans from the employability team. Find out more by visiting the NTU alumni website. In time, each of you consider how you too could help future generations of students, as some alumni have already helped you. With lectures, placements, careers advice, funding scholarships, or by contributions to facilities and research. But that is for the future. Today, enjoy your success with your tutors, with your family, and with your friends. I invite you all to join us now for celebratory refreshments in the Newton building. Guests, please remain seated for the processional music and as the academic party and graduates leave the hall. I declare the ceremony closed.